Hey guys, welcome back to Tokyo Cheapo. I'm your host Patricia, and today we're exploring one of Tokyo's biggest hipster hotspots, Nakameguro. You've probably heard of the name Nakameguro because it's such a popular place to visit, especially during the cherry blossom season, but we're gonna get into that later in the video. They've got some nice cafes and boutiques, some fine dining restaurants, and even an array of shops for some spoiled pets. So without further ado, let's get exploring. Behind me is Onibus Coffee, which is one of the many great cafes they have in the area. This one actually stands out because you get a great view from the upstairs where you can look at the trains pass by. And during cherry blossom season, there's actually a cherry blossom tree right next to the window, so you can get a view of both the train passing with the cherry blossom tree. When we came, there was actually no line, but right now there's a little bit of a line, so we can't really say what time to come or what time we recommend you go. But there's two places that you can sit, either downstairs or upstairs, which is where they have the corner window seat. And overall, the coffee is just really good. So it's good coffee, good vibes, and also they have different plant-based milk options too, which is really unique, I think, in Japan especially. They've got oat milk, soy milk, and regular milk if you want. The popular donut store, I'm Donut, is right behind me, but here's just a PSA. You don't have to line up an hour to get this one right here. There's actually several other stores in like the Aoyama/Omotesando area that's less crowded. You can probably get in without waiting too long of a line. Behind me is the iconic Starbucks Reserve Roastery that you've probably seen if you Google Nakameguro. It's huge, it's like 4 stories tall, and they've actually got different drinks and foods that you probably wouldn't find in other Starbucks. But the thing is, it is really crowded. It can get really crowded, so much to the point that they actually have a ticketing system. I have been here several times before, and I do recommend you go, especially if you haven't been before. However, if you want a more quiet or laid back place that's less crowded, then you can actually check out places like Streamer Coffee, Onibus Coffee, Sidewalk Stand, and there's just so many more cafes and coffee shops around this area. It's also one of the largest Starbucks in the world, and I believe it's the largest one in Japan. I personally think it's worth a visit, especially during the cherry blossom season, just because you can get a great view of the cherry blossoms from the outside terrace seats. But Shaw begs to differ. He says you should go to the other ones instead. Okay, if you're coming to Japan, you'll probably end up at Don Quijote, but if you've been to Japan, you probably know that shopping at Don Quijote is absolute chaos. So save yourself some trouble. If you want to avoid the crowds, skip Shibuya or Shinjuku's Don Quijote and come to the one here in Nakameguro instead. This one's open 24 hours and it's a mega donki, which means you'll find literally anything that you can imagine, they have it. And I know some of you guys are thinking, Nakameguro's too far, but I think just make a day out of it. Come here where you can shop in peace and then just hop on a taxi back to your hotel.
Don't get caught out and make sure you have data on your travels through Japan with UBG. With 5G network coverage on 2 of the best networks in Japan, you'll be sure to avoid those dead zones and slow speeds. That'll especially come in handy when you're inevitably a little lost in Shinjuku Station and its 200+ exits. With no commitments necessary, no surprise roaming fees, and data coverage in over 200 destinations, UBG is an easy choice for Japan travels and beyond. And as long as you've set up your eSIM in advance, you'll be able to top up even without Wi-Fi or data credits remaining. Just download the app, run through the setup process, and you'll be ready for whenever you need data. Whether you need it just for maps and finding your way around, or getting that Instagram post up, there's something for everyone. With a variety of different affordable plans, including unlimited data plans, UBG has a special limited time offer. Click the link in the description and create a free UBG account to get 500 megabyte data plan valid worldwide, all for free. Plus, on your first purchase, use the promo code Tokyo Cheapo and get a 10% discount. Now, let me send you back to Patricia in Nakameguro.
Now for a local tip, if you want to escape the crowds and chaos of Nakameguro's river cherry blossoms, you can actually head over to Saigoyama Park, which we featured in our Daikayama video. Just walk past the park that's right behind me, and it's only about a 10-minute walk or so from the Starbucks roastery. So very close, but it has a different vibe. Saigoyama Park is on top of a hill, so you get a good view of the city, and it's got these cherry blossom trees. It's less chaotic, more people doing hanami in a more peaceful way. It's got a different vibe. You might also notice there's a pink cherry blossom tree right behind me. It's that time of the year. Is there a more Japan experience than sitting on top of a hill and doing hanami under the cherry blossoms while overlooking Tokyo? I think not. We're here at the Meguro Sky Garden, which is actually a very unique Tokyo urban oasis that kind of sits in an area that you wouldn't expect to have this kind of like nature/park vibe. This is my first time here, but I quite like how hidden it is. And right at the center, there's a little area that kids can play like sports, like soccer and stuff. And the cool thing about it is it's built on top of the Metropolitan Expressway. Very unique. It's just a nice, chill little green spot that's only about like a 10-minute walk or so from the Starbucks roastery. And I think I saw someone on a meeting earlier. It's just really quiet. There's people laying on the grass. Nice little area to maybe even have a drink. You can also see kind of like the skyline of Tokyo, especially if you go up the hill. It's cloudy today, but I feel like on a clear day, the sunset would look amazing, especially if you go to the top right there. Nakameguro doesn't just have cherry blossoms, but there's actually a Nakameguro Summer Festival where you can see Aobadai dancers kind of dance along the streets. This is another great way to experience Japanese culture firsthand. And for you sake connoisseurs, there's actually a sake festival here too. So there's different sake companies and breweries who will gather here so you can try different sakes from around Japan, get to know more about local breweries, and just have a good time. And they also should have some food stalls, so drink responsibly, kids. Make sure you eat some food first. Nakameguro has a great food and bar scene. They've got things like izakayas, Italian food, pizza places, and I was craving some Western food and found out that they actually have a Coasters. This is a place that we visited in our Shimokitazawa video. They've got great craft beer and lots of nice side dishes, so we decided to come here. We ended up getting the lasagna and Mediterranean sandwich, which are both so good and actually goes really well with the beer. I got two different craft beers just to like compare the different tastes. One was a little bit more citrusy and one was more tropical, but they were both kind of a light one. They do have deeper or darker beers as well, so they just got a lot of variety. So we actually thought that it was going to be similar to the Shimokitazawa store, but it's very different. It's got a different layout, a different vibe, and also the food is different. So it's worth visiting even if you've been to the Shimokitazawa one because it's got a different vibe and for the events. The very viral taco place is only like a 2-minute walk away from here, or if you like pizza, there's actually a place called Seirinkan that's only like a 5-10-minute walk away from here that's like top rated on Taberogu, so they've got that. Or if you're looking for some drinks, they've got a lot of different izakayas in this area. If you don't mind walking a little bit, you can also grab a beer or two in Ebisu. And that was our Nakameguro guide with some local tips. Let us know which part was your favorite or where you want us to cover next, and we'll give you some local perspective and places that we think are worth visiting. So like, comment, and subscribe and do all that fun stuff, and I will catch you guys next time.